All right, welcome back to another episode of Watching, another debut episode of Watching. Today we are going to be watching Mr. Connelly Early. Now that is one heck of a baseball name if I've ever heard one. But he made his debut last night for the Red Sox versus the Athletics out in Sacramento. It was a surprise to everyone. Dustin May was listed as the probable starter for this game when I said goodbye off the stream 2 days ago. So yesterday it took me completely by surprise when the Red Sox decided to promote Connelly Early and start him versus the A's yesterday. So didn't really have enough time to process who this guy is. Frankly, I had never heard of him before, but that's what's so fun about this series. I get to watch guys in one game make a whole bunch of unnecessary and unfair judgments about them, but try to give a little insight with my baseball brain to the fans out there that want to know a little bit more about their new rookie pitcher. And that's what we get to do. And so it's going to be really fun. Let's do the bio really quick. Connelly Early, 6'3", 195, 23 years old, from Virginia. He was a fifth-round pick of the Red Sox in the 2023 MLB draft. So didn't take him very long. We're only in 2025. Drafted in 2023. He went to the University of Virginia. Excellent school, a place I would have loved to have played at. And they pump out really good baseball players as well. He also went to the military academy, West Point. So that's pretty cool. And he was actually a transfer to Virginia. So that's also very cool. So 2 years at Army, 1 year at Virginia. And then this is what we were working with this year between two stops, AA Portland, AAA Worcester. He went 10-3 with a 2.60 ERA, 21 games, 18 starts, 100 innings, 132 strikeouts, 40 walks. So here is how that breaks down to almost 12 strikeouts per nine, 11.8 strikeouts per nine. That showed up big time in this game based on the box score. 3.6 walks per nine, so touch on the high side, but no crazy alarm bells. But the really impressive thing, only 6.4 hits per nine. So I'm guessing, and I don't know anything yet, that this guy's going to have pretty good stuff. So we'll go over to the metrics, and luckily this is the nice thing about being a day late. Hopefully we're not $1 short on this video, but we were a day late. Now I get to see, before I even watch him throw a pitch, kind of what he's working with. It's four-seam, curveball, changeup, slider, sinker, sweeper. So big old mix. Just like everybody else, I'm assuming he's not going to have incredible lift, but decent lift on the fastball based on this. Little more run to the arm side than normal. Sinker looks like it has heavy arm side run. Changeup, I'm going to say it right now. He's probably throwing a kick change to get his changeup into negative vertical territory. He's got a bullet slider and he's got a curveball, so I'm going to say it's going to be a low 3/4 left-handed slot. Again, I've seen none of this, so it looks like he averaged 93.9 yesterday's game. Let's just go right in and watch it. That's why we're here. So let's watch all the pitches Connelly Early and see how we're feeling. All right, first batter of the career is Shea Langoliers. Comes out the gate with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, just like I predicted, about 14.8 on the vertical break, so that's right around average. There's that bullet slider that played a little bit more like a cutter there, kind of an up backdoor 85-8. So first pitch miss, he goes right to the off-speed pitch. So is this going to be a true kitchen sink approach, or is he going to be leaning on any one pitch often? We will see. Here comes that changeup. Got to be a kick change. This is an outstanding metric right off the rip. -2 vert on the changeup. That's a lot of drop. Throws it 82, so 94 to 82. 12-mile-an-hour separation. I like that. And the low spin kind of gives away the fact that this is a kick. 1250 RPM, that's very low. So ball there and 2-1. He's going to double up on said changeup here and gets Shea way out front. So already in the first at-bat, we're seeing he's not somebody who's going to, quote-unquote, establish the fastball. Fastball, slider, changeup. All right, 2-2 count. Now he's going to go up in with the fastball. Misses a little bit up to the arm side. Now he's going to come back with a 3-2 changeup, his first ever at-bat in the big leagues. And he executes a nice one. Gets a roll over to Story. Flips it over to Romy, who stretches out for it. And we got one away. So 3 changeups in the first at-bat, all to Shea Langoliers. And all achieved negative vertical breaks. So the kick change, it's been taking everybody by storm. On this morning's stream, we noted how many people are throwing the kick change now. Even Craig Kimbrell's throwing the kick change. So everybody's throwing the kick change, and this is a beautiful pitch for him. And he gets Shea Langoliers Probably the second best hitting catcher in the game to roll over for the first out of his career. Second batter, Brent Rooker. Gonna start him with a slider up and definitely looking like more of a cutter at this point, based on my feel, but we'll get a look at it. Then he drills a very nice four-seam down and away. He has good extension, 7.2, 7.3. It's kind of where I was at, so that's very good. It's over 90th percentile extension, so the fastball is going to play up. It's interesting that there's prospects that nowadays you never hear of, and then they come up and they feature better stuff than probably any rookie would have featured just 3 or 4 years ago. So it's crazy. Ooh, 2-1 going back to the changeup in a fastball count and gets another rollover to Story. So showing already immediate trust in his changeup. That seems to be the pitch, as now StatCast is now showing us on this clip a little bit about his arsenal. This is what they had on him. We'll pause that. So this is what he was in AAA, 36.4% four-seam, 22% changeup. So that tracks from what we've seen already in 2 batters. Trusts his changeup a lot. Slider, 18.4. That looked like a kind of a cutter-slider hybrid. Curveball, which we haven't seen yet. And then sinker and sweeper are bringing up the rear. They combine for about 10%. So two batters, 2 outs on ground balls, on changeups, and now he gets Nick Kurtz. Four-seam fastball away, gets balled. That was the strike. Now he's going to come back with the sinker. So I was wondering where the sinker was going to work into the arsenal. Looks like it's going to be a left-on-left pitch. Here's the shape of it relative to the four-seam, which we saw in the chart earlier. It generates much more horizontal breaks. So this is a pretty runny 2-seam, but it's not very sinky. So think of this as a runner more so than a sinker, and that's what this pitch does. Just kind of runs in on the left-handed Nick Kurtz, and he misses it. So good pitch there. He's going to double up. Another really good sinker there. So that's a little wrinkle that guys add to deal with same-sided hitters. So a lefty pouring a sinker in on a lefty makes a lot of sense. It's very 2025. So 1 and 2 count after 2 very, very nice sinkers. And here we're going to see the curveball for the first time.
1 and 2 to Kurtz.
Gets this one a little too low out of the hand, so it's an easy take. And he's going to go to the left-on-left changeup. Wow. This guy likes his changeup.
2-2 pitch.
And why not? That's a dirty changeup. So beautiful first inning. All 3 outs on the combio. Kick changes everywhere. Connelly Early definitely believes in it. It's got excellent extension. So I think, you know, the fastball is 94. Feels like 95, 96 probably. Kick change. It's amazing he has such good feel of that pitch. But that's apparent right off the rip. That's my first inning takeaway. Trust his kick change. That's his go-to pitch to trust. But there's a big mix there. We'll run the sinker in on lefties. Has a nice rhythmic delivery. Little skinny lefty. I think the curveball is going to be impressive as we go. But that changeup right away, that's gotten my attention. That's a plus pitch. All right, second inning.
Create some traffic on the bases. See how the
Strike one, very nice. And now I'm trying to figure out a comp for him. So 2 good fastballs right away, both in the hitting zone. Neither ball swung at. And now he's going to go Rip City on this 0-2 curveball. Oh, and that's beautiful. Perfect spot. Threw him 2 fastballs, kind of in the medium height band. And then he finally snaps a curveball off just right here. Perfect angle. Breaks all the way across the zone and below the zone for the kill in his second strikeout. Then he's going to go out Jacob Wilson. Here's that slider cutter hybrid pitch. Strikes it there for strike 1. Wilson fouling it off. Now he's going to go to the curveball off of that. That's a pretty good sequence. So you got 2 pitches with similar break, but one's more extreme and slower. And you always throw that one second. So that's a very good pitch, and it does generate the swing and miss out of, I believe, the number 2 man in contact percentage in the big leagues. So anytime you get a swing and miss on Jacob Wilson, that was a good pitch. Goes back to the curveball again, bounces it down. Now he's going to go 4-seam up. And he's throwing hard, 96. Now, like, watching him throw his off-speed, I would have expected this guy to be like 92, 93, but he's pumping 96 with 7'1" extension. Kids are just built different these days. This is amazing that he covers this. This is a credit to Wilson. That's a zoom ball, 96. There's that changeup. Off that, just kind of too much glove side, so he's going to try to bring the curveball back. Credit to the hitter. It's a good pitch, well executed, and a good foul ball. And then he's going to be able to finish this at bat with a fastball. Dotted in. So, beautiful job there. He really had his eyes all out away from him and down off of the previous few pitches, and then they switch lanes, they change lanes, and he throws a dart right to Narvaez's glove here. So, already showcasing really good command of multiple pitches. Just because he throws a bad one doesn't mean he won't come back with it. He's throwing bad curveballs, and he's come right back with good curveballs. Fastball to both sides of the plate. Four seam, definitely he's going to play up from the number. So I think this guy's got a plus four seam. I'm going to say right now he's got a plus four seam, plus changeup, and I would say that curveball is probably right around average to slightly above so far. Slider seems like it feeds a purpose, fills a need. It's a good pitch to throw strikes with. It bridges to the curveball. But have to say, for a guy I've never heard of, he's got some impressive arm talent. 95.4, and that's just a beautiful fastball. And it's 17.4 vert, where I'm gonna guess that's the high end of his vertical break, capabilities. But that's a frozen rope with 7-foot extension. So real quick, let's check while we're here where he is on the rubber. He's extreme third base side. Maybe not extreme, but pretty far third base side. So what does that create for him? That creates a little bit of horizontal approach angle a la Peyton Tolley, although he is only a slightly cross-body thrower. He does land slightly cross-body, but he creates a right to left angle, so there's a little bit of Nick Lodolo in there, but this is a lot less extreme. So that's going to help him tunnel fastballs boring in with sliders and curveballs, and then the kick change is just going to look like it's headed that way and doesn't make it. So that's the angle he's trying. That's the angle he's trying to ride to success. Is this left to right, boring in on a right-handed hitter, extreme approach angle on the horizontal side. All right, so that's a strikeout of Jacob Wilson, and then he's going to strike out the side with Tyler Soderstrom here. Lefty in the box. Here comes a sinker. That's what he did to Kurtz before, so clearly a big preference to strike sinkers to lefties over fours. And he comes back with a slider for a strike. It's probably the best slider we've seen so far. Sinker in. Chews him up. Soderstrom was swinging at these pitches versus Crochet the other night too, and had no shot, and somehow he was getting him to fire at pitches up in. So maybe Early noticed that, maybe the Red Sox noticed that, because they go right to it in a 1-1 count here, and the sinker's well off the plate in, and it generates a swing. Amazing if you can get that as a pitcher, but it sets him up. 1-2 count. Ooh, he's going to switch to the 4 now. And he paints down. So once again, if you're going to get a freeze with a 4 seam, it's usually going to be down. And it's a perfect example in this at-bat. Let's see where the height of all these first pitches end up. So first pitch was a sinker off the plate, and since it's a ball one and such a big misfire, the hitter erased that from his memory, right? He just was like, okay, let's forget that. Then the slider, even though this is in there for a slider, it's kind of high, right? Medium height. So what's that? That's about medium height. And then this next pitch, this sinker, I think is up in. Yeah, up in. So that's even higher. So the expectation for him is everything, and the attention for him is everything from middle up. And then this fastball, which he hasn't seen yet, 4 seam. This one has a little more carry due to his extension and everything. He hasn't seen this yet. He sees the ball come out low, and he thinks it's going to end low. And instead, it just locks up in the bottom. Now, they weren't trying to do that. They were trying to go up top with the fastball, as you can see the target. But this is a happy accident and a good reason why I like guys with extreme carry to throw their 4 seams with 2 strikes and pitch backwards, because either you're going to blow doors with a swing and miss up top, or you're going to get the ice cream paint job freeze down here with the 4 seam. And that's what happens this time. It's a happy accident, but it's a side punch. So 2 innings, and now 4 consecutive strikeouts. We'll go to the third. First pitch slider. And he gets a swing on it. Just miss hits it out to Cedon. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Thing of beauty for a pitcher. And now Lawrence Butler. Lawrence Butler all the way down to the 8 hole, huh? All right, Early, definitely in an early rhythm here, throwing 4 seam for a strike there, getting to the 0-1. Now he goes right in with the sinker. Dots that one down. 0-2. And here's the sweeper. First sweeper we've seen. Got his body a little bit ahead of the hand here. Hand's a little late. You can see the release point a little too far behind him. Doesn't get the hand out front. Very common mistake. Everybody does that. And then he's going to go to the 4 here. Beautiful pitch up and in. Into a, left on left. You got no shot at hitting anything up in this location. And the Red Sox have exploited this with a number of A's hitters over the beginning of this series. And Early does it here. And again, that fastball's got a lot to it. 95, 6, almost 17 inches of vert from a big extension. He's got a very good fastball. All right, so now he's going to finally give up his first hit of the game. 9 holes, Zach Geloff. So 2 outs, nobody on. Falls behind 1-0. Pitching with a 5-0 lead here too, so much more likely to be overly aggressive in the zone. So 3 consecutive 4 seams there. 94-6, 94-6, 94-6, and then curveball off of that. Roll over up the middle. Okay, so was going for the put away with this curveball. Definitely wanted to get it below the zone, but ultimately it's not great contact. 95-7 on the ground's an out a lot of the time. But Geloff did roll it up the middle, so credit to him. All right, and then back to the top of the order, Shea Langoliers. Curveball in. Very aggressive Shea swinging at that first pitch. Now fastball in. Stop him from diving. Fastball in again. So not afraid to challenge righties in, and then he's going to go to that changeup. So he had held it back for a little bit. Goes to it here in the 2-1 count. That seems to be a trend for him versus righties. Behind the count, loves to go to the changeup. This one he just pulls to a really hittable location, up in. And, Shea's a really good hitter. He's not going to miss that mistake. So 2 hits in this inning. Sets up this at-bat with Brent Rooker to end the 3rd. Ooh, in a big spot, goes right to the changeup. So definitely changeup is his favorite pitch, I would say. Ooh, and then a little slider down. Curveball off that. So he tends to go slider to curveball for sure when he gets action on the slider. It's a good sequence. A lot of people use it. It's smart. And now he's going to circle back to that 4 seam. Pulls that one in, but it's a happy miss because it's not competitive enough not to get a swing. Tries for that curveball down. Gets it there, but a good swing by Rooker. Very good swing by Rooker. If I'm reading Rooker here, I'm thinking he's on slow timing. I think maybe fastball. Well, he's going to stick with the curveball. Let's see if he gets it in the dirt. He throws a much better location, ends up punching his ticket. Really good pitch here. Really good adjustment. The previous pitch he pulled in a little bit too much and was a little too high, and this one he lands it right where you would want to. So Rooker can't get that. And that's a big strikeout. Gets out of the 3rd inning. Very nice. All right, 2 more innings is all he's got. 4th inning, Nick Kurtz. Struck him out the first time. Sinker strike 1. Curveball off of that. Just a bit in. And they're going to sinker it again. Gets him to roll it over, but the problem is Nick Kurtz rolls it over, and even when he's jammed, he still hits it 94-2, and there's a big hole over there because he uses the whole field, so you can't really shift him. Let's see where they were playing. Yeah, so they shifted him. They did shift him, but there's still a big hole. And also they have to cover the line a little more because, hard ground ball down the right field line is a double. So that's kind of what the defense did there. Anyway, whatever. It's a hit. Not a big deal. And then Cody Thomas. Slider swing and miss. Changeup swing and miss. Dirty one. Really dirty one. And now he's going to go fastball in. Yep, and he gets the lockup. And a really good catch by Narvaez. So, perfect sequence there. I mean, first pitch slider. Disgusting. Strike ball. Then changeup. Strike ball breaking the other direction. And then he's like, oh, don't chase. And then he just dots him on the inside corner. So, really good sequence there. And honestly, he's rolling in this game. He's flowing. He's given up a few hits, but he looks really good. All right, let's watch Jacob Wilson. Struck him out the first time. Change up down.
And 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Good take by Wilson there. Gets him to a 2-0 count. So his first 2-0 count in a while.
2-0 pitch.
And yeah, it leads them right into it. But again, 5-run lead. This is smart pitching. You just go right at a guy, especially a guy without a lot of thump. You give up a hit, you can live with it, you keep moving. So now we have Soderstrom, who he completely dominated that first at-bat. Sinker up in. This time, looks like he was anticipating it. Actually gets a pretty good cut at this one. Yep, slider off that. Makes sense. Slider or curveball. And it works. Gets weak contact. Got him off the end of the bat, but he flips it into right. So that loads the bases with 1 out, and he's going to strike his way out of it. So let's watch that. Fastball up in. Challenge heater there. Gets the foul ball. Now he's going to go 2 speeds down on the curveball. Gets the swing and miss. Now he's in the driver's seat. Here comes that changeup. This one's -4. Wow. Impressive to even make contact with this. This was a really good pitch. Wow, really good. And then he's going to go back to that curveball. See if he gets it down the middle below the zone. Yep, perfect pitch. So this is a lesson again to all the young pitchers out there. Practice this pitch. Practice throwing breaking balls down here. Strikeouts all day on this location. Really good pitch. You know, the hitter's trying to be aggressive there. He's got bases loaded. He wants those RBIs. He wants to be the hero. He came out the gate swinging in that at-bat. Gets himself into 2 strikes. And you just keep expanding, and see if he can be disciplined or not. And he couldn't. And then he's going to get Lawrence Butler. So this is another huge out, huge out that he got in this game. All right, slider ball 1. Bases loaded here, 2 outs. Slider pulled foul. Curveball off that. That's a good choice after you're early on a harder breaking ball. Throw the softer one, but it's a ball for 2-1. Ooh, he's going to circle back to the sinker here. And it's probably the 3rd or 4th time that he's got Chase way off the inside corner from a lefty, and this shows you the value of this sinker. Because he's throwing so many pitches that are moving away from the lefty, slider cutter thing, curveball, even the 4-seam with the angle he has, etc. When the sinker comes and it deviates from that and rides heavy in, which his does, this moves -21, so this is -20.4. This is exceptional run. They swing at it, and it's nowhere close to the zone. So, really good effect there by Early. Now he's going to go for the put away with the 4-seam.
2-2 from Early. Served foul.
And Butler, all he can do is foul that off. That's right down the middle. So that sinker protected that 4-seam as well.
From Early. Served foul.
And then how's he going to get out of it? He's going to go back to that sinker. Yep, chases him in off the plate again. Makes an incredible pitch. Gets out of the bases loaded 1-out jam after 3 singles. And maintains his shutout performance. He was fired up, even though somebody was in my way there. I think Kurtz. All right, 5th inning, final inning. It's a walk of Geloff, so we'll watch that. Then he goes 3 up, 3 down after that. Slider ball 1 that actually clipped. Definitely a weird slider. Pretty flat to the right. I don't know if that's going to grade very well. I'm thinking my takeaways stuff-wise from this first start is changeup is ++. Curveball's probably a little slightly plus. And I think fastball's plus. I don't think it's ++, but fastball's plus. And now somebody's seriously going to mow they're going to mow my lawn out there while I'm recording. But here's the 3-1 slider. I think the slider is not plus. I think the sinker probably doesn't grade as plus, but he uses it to great effect. It might be plus actually because of the amount of run on it. So he's approaching 4 above average pitches. It's weird to have never seen this guy. Lands the curveball, very nice. This is the 3rd time through now. So first time facing a guy 3 times. Shea Langoliers. So curveball, changeup. Here comes another changeup. Shea's all over that, but foul. So Langoliers, he learns from his at-bats. He got dominated pretty good with that changeup the first at-bat. Ended up getting a hit on it the next at-bat. So he's very aware of that pitch. Curveball pulls that foul, so he is definitely on off-speed timing, maybe change-up timing, I would say. Oh, dead pull now. Fastball, so now you got to go change-up away, right? Yep, that's where they're going. Great job by Langoliers. That was a good pitch. And then he's going to strike him out with a four-seam. Probably up away. Yeah, up away was the one quadrant they really hadn't seen yet. This is an outstanding location. Perfect location based on everything else that's happened during this inning, during this at-bat. To get to up and away here is very impressive and a perfect pitch call and execution. All right. Now Brent Rooker's going to strike out. Got two more batters. Slider down foul. Fastball away ball. Rooker's looking for something else, and he's going to give him all heaters. Yep, he was sitting on soft the whole at-bats. That's great feel by the catcher, the pitcher, whoever called that, to stick hard. And they end up blowing his doors off on a pitch right down the middle. And then he's going to get Kurtz for the third time. So this is how he finishes out his outing. It's going to be about 91 pitches, but 11 punch-outs. Again, really good changeup, really good curveball. Sneaky fastball, very useful sinker left on left. The slider's the only pitch I'm not in love with, but it definitely serves a purpose. I'm really liking the delivery. So sweeper here gets the pop out, runs off the end of the bat. So you don't see many sweepers, but that's another pitch that he has as well. A little bit of an extra weapon against lefties. All right, let's do the delivery really quick, and then that's it. We'll go back to the first inning because he was throwing kind of hard. It's a pretty classic rhythmic delivery. I'm trying to think who I would comp this to. Tucks it back. Big chest going forward. Honestly, that's a textbook delivery. I don't really have a whole lot to add to this. This is just very textbook. Good flow, good rhythm. For the most part, when he did miss, it was slightly to the arm side, but when he gets his hand where it needs to go, it's really, really good. All right, I think that's it. Connelly Early, makes his debut. He was the Red Sox #6 prospect. It looks amazing. 5 innings, 11 strikeouts. Where do they find these guys? I would be excited for this guy. I'd definitely give him another run through. The pitch mix is impressive. I'd be curious to see what the stuff grades finally are. But to recap, I love the changeup. That's amazing. The fastball sneaky, gets on you with good extension. Pretty good velo. You can see the sinker. It's got a lot of run to it, head and left, and the curveball's a nice pitch too. So this cutter-slider hybrid thing serves a purpose. Probably not going to grade very high, but the kick change is everywhere. This guy is another purveyor of the kick change, and it's been awesome. So that's it for today on watching. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Congrats to Connelly Early on his Major League debut. And I will see you guys next time on this program. All right? Thank you. Bye-bye.